Hello students. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about electric generator and we got to know that there are two types of electric generator. First one is AC generator and the second one is DC generator. We also got to know that the generator which produces alternating current is called AC generator and the generator which produces direct current is called DC generator. In the previous lecture, we have also discussed that the current which changes its direction or polarity periodically is called AC or alternating current, and the current which does not changes its polarity or direction periodically is called direct current. And in today's lecture, we are going to deal about direct current generator. It means DC generator. We will also discuss the difference between the AC generator and the DC generator. So, we will draw the diagram to understand about the AC generator as well as DC generator. So let us first recall the AC generator which we have already studied in the previous lecture. A generator consists of two poles of the permanent magnet, or we can also use the electromagnet for this. And we know that the direction of the magnetic field is from north to south. We have to place a rectangular coil of large number of insulated copper turns in between the north pole and the south pole of these two magnets. In AC generator, one end of this coil is connected to a slip ring and also the another end of this coil is connected to a slip ring. In this slip ring there is a carbon brush which allow this slip ring to rotate on it like that. And suppose this is ring number 1 and this is ring number 2, and this is connected with a carbon brush, let B1, and another carbon brush is connected to ring 2, let it be B2, and the end of the carbon brush is connected to a galvanometer to detect the amount of electric current produced by this generator. In between the coil there is a shaft, and at this end there is a turbine to rotate this rectangular coil. And when this rectangular coil is rotated, then electric current is generated in it. And we can find the direction of this current by using Fleming's right hand rule. And in the previous lecture, we have seen how this AC generator produces alternating current. But today we will deal about DC generator. So DC generator also consists of the permanent magnet or a strong electromagnet, and in between this we will place a rectangular coil similar to the AC generator, but the two ends, suppose this coil is A, B, C and D, but in AC generator the two ends of the rectangular coil is connected to slip ring. Slip ring, but the two ends of the rectangular coil in DC generator is connected to a commutator. It means two half rings like this, like this. These two half rings are called commutator or split ring. These rings are called commutators, or we also call it as a split ring. Now, one of the split ring is connected to the carbon brush over it, and this provides a movable surface to the ring. Also, there is another carbon brush. Suppose this is B1 and this carbon brush is B2, and the ends of this carbon brush is connected to a galvanometer. So this is the construction of what? DC generator. What is the change in the AC and DC generator in the construction? The only difference between the AC generator and the DC generator is of the slip ring and the commutator. There is a slip ring in AC generator and there is a commutator or split ring in DC generator. Now we will discuss the working of DC generator. So we know that the direction of magnetic field is from north to south. In between this rectangular coil there is a shaft, and this end of the shaft is connected to the turbine which rotates this rectangular coil. Suppose we move this rectangular coil in clockwise direction. When this coil is moved in clockwise direction, then we have to find the direction of the induced current produced in the coil. So we have to place our forefinger in the direction of the magnetic field, and we know that the thumb will give the direction of motion of the coil. And here, if we move the coil anti-clockwise, the side CD will move downward. Then this middle finger will show the direction of induced current. It means if we place it like that, then my middle finger indicating the direction of induced current in CD, that is from C to D. And if this end is moving downward, it means the side AB moves upward. So this is the direction of the motion of side AB. This is the direction of the magnetic field. Then my middle finger will give the direction of what? Current. It means if the current flows from A to B. Now, after half rotation, the side CD comes in the place of AB and AB will comes in the place of CD, and B1 will connect it to this commutator after half rotation and B2 will be connected to this commutator after half rotation. Then CD will come this side. So I will mark it C and here D, A and B, because after half rotation AB will come this side and CD will come this side. We know that the coil is still moving in clockwise direction, so the side CD will come this side after half rotation and AB will come this side after half rotation. And when we find the direction of current in the arm CD, then the current is still moving in the upward direction in this case, and in the arm AB the current is still moving in this direction. So after every half rotation the direction of the current remain unchanged. It means there is no change in the direction of current. That's why this is called DC generator, because it produces direct current. Now, we have already discussed in the previous lecture that in AC generator, after each half rotation, the direction of the electric current changes, and therefore it is called AC generator. So student, let us recall it. The difference between the AC generator and DC generator is that in AC generator we have used two slip rings, and in DC generator we have used commutators, two half ring, and this half ring is called a split ring और कम्यूटेटर. आज के इस लेक्चर में इतना ही. जल्द मिलते हैं आपसे अगले लेक्चर में. तब तक के लिए खूब पढ़िए और अपने परिवार के साथ साथ अपने देश का भी नाम रोशन कीजिए. जय हिंद.